We were trying to make it to 12 videos for the week was out. And this will be the 12th video. Oh shit. We got some heat for you tonight. Young Gill, the night gang. The night owl gang. We got some heat for you tonight. Why aliens don't land in the hood? Why aliens don't land in the hood? Bunch of crackheads and twist caps. Get up in the building and tell them the Young Gill to back home, man. I see everybody going live tonight, so we gonna do another one. We're gonna do another one, man. Why aliens don't land in the hood? This is gonna be good. If you're in the building, this is gonna be good. We tried to hit 12 videos this week. We hit you with 12 videos. That's like so we on schedule. We trying to do 13 videos next week, starting Sunday night. So we're gonna be dropping them fast and in a hurry. Everybody say, man, why Young Gill are going so hard? Because we trying to get you up to speed. We got to catch you up to speed. We behind. So we got to put some shit out every day. We got to put 2 or 3 tapes out every day. They flagging all my tapes and one I put out now. Before I even started talking on it, they already saying we got to have this shit. You know. But why aliens don't land in the hood? All they have people. Some people say. Some people say they got this joke going around. Well, the aliens will get jacked if they come into the hood. They get jacked. They could be dragging their stereo and they rims off their shit if they land in the hood. And then 2 weeks later, you'll see a nigga come through in his car on some alien rims and an alien stereo in his car. You know, they make that funny story. But the real reason why aliens don't land in the hood is because of what they see on their cameras, on their infrared cameras when they zoom into Earth. In the Nubian community, they see Nubians bumping this crazy music, this death type music. They see niggas riding around with assault rifles, and they going after each other. Niggas riding around with extended clips on their guns. You saw what just happened to Jada Younger. Why, if I'm an alien, why would I want to land in the hood and that going on? That's going on. People like Jada, like people get gunned down. You're gunning your own people down. Why these people getting gunned down? Because it's always come back to fear. Somebody fear their being, so they gotta eliminate them. The young people talking about ops in the hood. Why would they want to land in the hood? We used to be in contact. We used to be in direct contact with extraterrestrial. We used to be in direct contact. Because I heard somebody on live. Let me share my screen. I heard somebody on live talking about the mounds with nothing. The mounds just was a regular mound. No, those mounds were landing pads. They were landing pads for extraterrestrial to land. And when we communicated, the Native Americans, the Armax, was in contact with extraterrestrial back in the day. Okay, let me pull up the I want you to look at this I want you to look at this mound. See, it was a landing pad. So, and we were the natives over here. And so we was in contact with extraterrestrial. So we built these landing pads for them to land on. Because if you understand stuff about the technology that these beings are using, if some of that technology, when they come into the Earth atmosphere, uses anti-gravity. And so you got to understand they got to come in on a high plane. They got to come in on a high like it's some if you go through the geographical areas of United States or any hood around the world, um, most of it is in flat plains. Most of the hood is in flat plains, and these extraterrestrials can't land on a flat plane because of the mess is to start their ship and they can crash. They can crash by coming on flat plains. That's why they stay high up over those flat plains. But then they come in and land on plains that's got a higher peak. It's a higher peak because I used to see them land all the time in Albuquerque. We was up in the mountains. We was up in the mountains in Albuquerque. Albuquerque is built right in the middle of the mountains, on a high up peak. So we seen thousands and thousands of them a day. I had recordings of them till my laptop got jacked all of a sudden. They broke in my car and stole nothing but my laptop. I had a pair of Jordans up in there. I had the DVD player that was like one of the handhelds because I was taking it to work and watching it on break and shit. They had that and they left everything, but the only thing they took was the laptop. And the laptop had a lock, a code to get in it. So how they was gonna sell it? So I was like, man, it must have been somebody that knew I had those pictures of those ships, especially one coming up out the ground, especially one sitting on top of the mountain, just sitting right there, the big tall white ship, the tall white ship. But these people got to have a certain type of thing to land on. That's one thing. At the time, during this time, during the Almax time, during the time of ancient Kemet, we were controlling the civilization. We was in control. We was the people that was in power on the planet. We were the people that was in power on the planet during that time. So we was in contact with extraterrestrial. But now the people that's in power now are the Caucasian. The Caucasian is in power. That's why the extraterrestrial is going to them, because they really the people that's in control of the planet until we wake back up and realize that we are the caretakers. That's why it says in their Bible, people will look over that part where in Psalms 82, where it says the earth is out of course because you are asleep. The gods are asleep. They talking about us. The earth is out of course because the gods are asleep. Let me see can I find that scripture, please. We got all the books on handy right here. We got all the books on handy. Let's see can I find that Psalms. And people say, "Oh yeah, Young Giller, this the Bible. He reading the Bible." Hey man, we trying to do whatever we can do to get you there. Whatever we can do to get you there, bro. Get you to that point. We gotta hit the bullseye, or the bullseye gonna hit our ass. You gotta know the game, man. We gotta hit the bullseye, or the bullseye gonna hit our ass. Right? So we're looking at Psalms. I'm gonna tell me they tore it up. It says where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Deliver to the poor. Yeah, it says the earth is out of course. It says God standeth in the dark congregation and he judges amongst the mighty. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the person for the wicked? Defend the poor and the fatherless. This was our job as caretakers of the planet. Defend the poor and the fatherless. That's what Freemasons, that's part of their doctrine. Rid them out of the hands of the wicked. Right? They ain't doing it though. They letting us right into the hands of the wicked. Right? The Masons. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. See, all the foundations are out of course on earth. The earth is in a calamity right now because we are asleep. We don't, well, it's a lot of us, most of y'all on the line right now is woke. But I'm talking about the whole of us that we don't know. We perish for lack of knowledge. It says, I said, ye are gods, and all of the children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men. That's the part that the Hebrews gonna promote. They're gonna say, oh yeah, you're God, but you're gonna die like a man. Right there, that's what it said. Right? And fall like the princes. We ain't gonna fall. We don't believe it. We ain't gonna fall. We're gonna rise up. We rising up. This is the old doctrine. We rising up, but we want to show you that it says that the earth is out of course. Why? Because the people we're not in contact with extraterrestrial no more. the government now, or the hierarchy of the planet, which is mostly Caucasians and these Amorites. The Amorites are controlling the planet. So the extraterrestrials are communicating with them. They meeting up with them on the base, and, with Eisenhower and all them. When Eisenhower went back to, that's why I promoted that tape. I think it's Galactic, maybe 38 with Bob on there, telling you about what was going down in Makins underground with the graves, right? But the aliens don't communicate. The aliens don't communicate with a lot of people. Now it's certain, and they don't abduct. People say, "Why won't aliens abduct Nubians?" Aliens do abduct Nubians, but it's only a select few, and those be prominent people in history, like Elijah Muhammad, like Malachi. You know what I'm saying? Like the master teacher, or like Noble Drew Ali. Noble Drew Ali was abducted by extraterrestrials. Because you got to keep in mind you got people just look over those Moorish titles like El, Ali, Bey. They look over those titles, right? Now we can get into Baba broke the Bey down with the Turks and all that, but I'm just saying, like for the Els, the Els is a special title. Els and Bey, special title. The Els, before we took for the 6,000 years started, when we was looking at Yakub, working with the magnets, and then he said he's gonna create some people that's opposite to us, that's gonna be able to rule over us and be able to trick us and all this, right? We were looking at Yakub, and we said what would he do? But create a man of the create mysteries and bloodshed. So when we saw him do that, and we knew that he was gonna create them anyway, we chose the hover. We chose to go to Crystal City. So it's Els, it's beings that are the original Els of the planet. Some of them chose the hover in their crab. So it's crab people, it's crabs up there you can't see, and Crystal City that these Els control. And they extraterrestrial beings, black extraterrestrial beings that look just like us. They look just like us. So they say these people had skin like burnt brass. He had skin, the beings they met with in their revelations, he had skin like burnt brass. That's a penny. That's like the penny. A penny look like brass, copper. You know what I'm saying? So we at this time now, we just now beginning to waking up and realize, but the majority, most of the young cats are going after each other, saying this guy the ops, that guy the ops, and some of them got the same last name as each other. That's the crazy part. And the extraterrestrial looking at this, and they saying, why would we want to deal with these people? They ain't in power. And they act like they still too primitive. We got reduced down as primitive. That's why I said that flat earth theory is a primitive thinking. The people who brought who said that were primitive people who lived in the caves, who came out of the caves, and they were saying that because they didn't know, they never sailed around the world. They didn't know none of that the earth is round. And I say the earth is round and flat, but if you get high enough in the plane, you can see the curvature. So we just put a tape out like that called debunk the flat earth theory. But the extraterrestrials, they see us and they say, man, these people are primitive. They still talking about going to church and reading out of a Bible, reading and thinking some God gonna save them. They still religious. They still talking about Islam. You know, I love Islam. I love Islam because Islam made me it changed. When I went through that school, it toned me down because I was like hype. I was hype, real hype. I was quick to pop off, quick to get something started. You know what I'm saying? But I was because Sananda is a benevolent being. He was born benevolent, and then Islam is what gave me my benevolent side through calming me down, making me forgive people fast, and keep on going. Hey, if you want to show us some love, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, you know what I'm saying, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You know what I'm saying? If they don't give you a notification, come back and check with us every day. We got something popping off every day, sometimes 3 and 4 times a day. We don't let up on you. Right? So niggas in the hood, they ain't trying to get more intelligent so they can be in community. Why would I want to communicate with somebody that's retarded? They consider a lot of Nubians in the hood retarded because of how they think. Why would I want to communicate with somebody if I'm an extraterrestrial with a high level being? Why would I want to come communicate with somebody that's acting retarded? You know what I'm saying? That ain't on a higher a level of thinking. What can you offer them? What can you offer extraterrestrials in the hood? hit this blunt. Hey, man, hit this blunt. Hey, man, check out this new firearm I got. Or hit this 40, homie. Hit this 40. Or what you got on my 40, homie? Like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine some niggas hooking up with some aliens, man. That should be a trip. Some niggas in the real hood hooking up with aliens. So, yeah, so back in the day, we had contact with these beings. That's why we was building these landing pads. This ain't just no damn mound. It's a landing pad. Why I got a ladder going to the top of a flat plane, like a helicopter pad? The same shit as a helicopter pad, right? And supposedly we ain't have helicopters. So back then, when these Armax built this damn mound, somebody was flying a helicopter, man. Come on. We already pointed it out with Inky. Inky built the helicopters. All these helicopters they showing you in the army and the military, all those helicopters was already existing. They just copied them. And that's the reason why they named them after Native American tribes, because Native Americans was already flying helicopters. And we was already in contact with extraterrestrial who built the helicopters. Inky and Enlil now. Keep in mind, Inky went over to Central America and again giving them gold. Right, start hiding the gold over there. So somebody had a helicopter flying, some kind of technology that they had to land on this type of surface with a flat with a helicopter landing pad. Why does that mound look like a helicopter landing pad? Come on, man, I'm telling you. And in the Bible, talking about whirlwinds, pick the guy up. A helicopter comes down and makes the dust spin when it lands. You get in, it's a whirlwind, pick them up. Because they were primitive. The Bible is put together by the white man, not by us. People, I hear the Hebrew saying that, oh, this Bible, nah, that shit it was put together by primitive people, or people who was intelligent enough to say they want to keep you primitive to make you read it. A primitive person, we knew what helicopters was, ancient Kemet. So when we seen a helicopter land, we knew what it was. We probably got to have another name for it. But the primitive people said that it was a whirlwind. It's a whirlwind to pick this cat up. Right? So niggas been reduced. So back then we knew this, but now we've been reduced with the Bible coming in, we've been reduced back down to primitive thinking. That a whale ate a nigga, went under the water for 3 days, came back up, regurgitated the nigga back on land, and he got out and he went to start preaching God's word. Man, come on with this story, man. We can't go for these lollipop ass stories no more, man. We got to know the truth. Somebody was riding a submarine. They pulled up to the top of the water. You know how a submarine come up? This nigga went out there, jumped on that submarine, went down in the hole, that little top hole, screwed it back down, and they took him under the water in the submarine because Inky made submarine. And the ancient Egyptians had submarine. So they going down under the water in the submarine for 3 days. They brought the nigga back. He came up out of the submarine, jumped on land. Primitive people looking on saying, a whale got him, because them submarines look like a whale, the black whale, the big ass black whale. Those submarines look like a whale. So they took some primitive niggas took that and said, oh, a whale got him, and God brought, you know what I'm saying, it's a bunch of crap, man. So they done reduce niggas down to that. They ain't got niggas out here with this flat earth. They going with the Neanderthal teachers, the flat earth teachers, primitive shit, primitive teachings. trying to kind of keep us primitive. They don't want us to go past that 10% brain capacity. If you've been with us, your brain is operating higher than 10% right now with all the knowledge we putting out, right? Thanks to our master teacher, Naya Free Melakazi York, Free Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? But if Alien was a land in the hood, it'd be almost a waste of time. What do you got to offer them? We're not in power. We're about to be back in power, and we're about to be back in contact with extraterrestrials. That's what we're getting you ready for. We're getting you ready for these people to start back landing on these pads. You know, these are the sites. These sites are pickup points that some people gonna get picked up at and taken up because of the calamities that's coming for the reset for the planet. A lot of areas ain't gonna be a lot of people that are gonna get taken up out of here. Advanced people that's ready to deal with extraterrestrials. People that got the knowledge from Elijah Muhammad. People that got the knowledge from Baba. Baba already took them up on the mountain and showed them that the ships was waiting on them. He showed them that the ships was waiting on them. He called one down. I know how to call them down. It's a certain chant that you do. You can call them down, and they'll come down and scare the shit out of you if you think it's a joke. Extra. All right, so to your question, Ace too much. What it is terrestrial, and that's my funny way of saying like how I pronounce it, but what it really means is it's something that comes in your atmosphere that's extra. That's not from the terraform. The terra part is dealing with the vegetation. A planet, when a planet terraforms, it has water, vegetation, etc. So that's the terra part. Anything that comes in from the outside of this atmosphere is extra. And most of everything here is extra. A lot of the species, at least 90% of the species here is extraterrestrial. They was brought here. The planet at one point was covered with water. It was called Tiamat. This way before the crash with Nibiru. Right, this way before the crash with Nibiru. Right? You can teleport with mind. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do that. That's high level shit. That's once you can do that once you start getting up to the 6 and 7 dimension. It says unit. I don't understand what he's saying. Yeah, but in the hood, man, niggas ain't, most of them Christians, and half of them don't even give a damn about none of the shit we talking about now. They don't give a damn about none of it. They trying to figure out how they finna come up on their next hustle, next lick. Yeah, well, earth means dirt. Earth means dirt. It's also another time. It's also another name for the planet Terra. It depends on what beings that you're talking to. Because some people got a symbol, just a symbol for Earth. Some people call Earth Tari. The gold, the ancient Egyptians call Earth Tari. Tari. Some people they call it Ki. Yeah, that's right. Tiamat, Ki. You know what I'm saying? It's different names that you could go with. But as of right now, they referring to it as Ki. Cute, like the dude more, like the guy Moore said, it's Ki. Yeah, but so these extraterrestrials, they don't abduct you because you're not part of you're not part of the you got a galactic it's a galactic crime to really abduct newbies without they people agreeing to it. The contract. It's contracts and rules that's being followed in the galactics. So what they only can abduct animals. So you do the math. Why all the white people get abducted? Why white people get abducted? And I want to, and they ain't abducted old type blood. They ain't abducted old type blood. The only reason they abduct old type blood is in the case, like I said, with Elijah Muhammad, with Noble Drew Ali, and Baba, and several others that they don't mention. But they really don't abduct old type blood. They abduct the A, right? The A type. They're looking for A type blood. Why is these people looking for A type blood? And only reason that Betty and Bonnie Hill incident, only reason that black dude got abducted is because he was with that white girl. I think her name was Bunny. And Bunny Hill. Oh, let's pull it up. See, I think that's this guy right here. Right? They said they got abducted by Grays. Aliens fly 2,000 light years just to stick something up your ass. What type of aliens are these? What type of aliens are these? It's to probe you. Come here to probe you. Right? Some of these beings, the gray types, like we broke it down in the you go back and get the gray tapes. We got the gray tapes already out. We got like several gray tapes out. So we'll get to check out all those gray tapes. It's like 70 different species. In the new books, they're saying there's 22 species, but I know on record, I didn't log way more than 22 species. I done logged at least 40 some species. More than that, really, it's just I think I done logged at least, if you go looking at that book of extraterrestrial, I done logged at least 40 some to 50 some species of graves. So it's way more than 22. Bible said in the Holy Tablets that it's 70 different species and 200 kingdoms. And some of them kingdoms were took over by the reptilians. But people like this, mostly they adopt Caucasians. And they mix and they see, and most of these are the bad ones too. They the ones that created the tall white people. The tall whites, that's from them people, the Grays mixing in and mixing their genetics. The tall 7-foot Grays, because it's a group of Grays that's the 200 Grays. The leaders is 7 foot tall, and then the ones you see, the little robot, the little 4-foot ones, they really like biological robots, and they control like by remote by the 7-foot Grays. The 7-foot Grays can mentally telepathically control those little short ones. Right? So they'll send those little short ones down to pick somebody up, and they take somebody in the 4th dimension. Why aliens? That's another thing too. Why are these beings taking these people while they sleep? You gotta think about that. Why are they taking them in their sleep? And are they taking their astral projection body, or are they taking their physical body? That's another question you gotta ask. Are they taking when they take these people in their sleep and walk them through walls? Are they taking their physical body or their astral body? Because these beings are 5th dimensional beings, 4th dimensional beings. Well, really 5th dimensional. The 4th dimension is subspace, the mental realm. It's like the first level of Malakut when you start going into the 4th dimension, the mental plane. So why are they taking these people in their sleep? Because they taking you from the 4th dimension. They got to take you in order to get you to what they in order to get you into the 5th dimension. They got to take you while you sleep in the 4th dimension, and they take your astral light body and they take that to the ship. So, and then they can also physically beam you up, but they got a technology called beam you, where they can actually alter your body. They can alter your body to be on their ship because what they do is your body. They already developed technology to know that your body is nothing but light, and so they can read that. They can get your light code, because everybody that's here that's in the physical realm has a light code. You have a light code that makes up your body, a light code. And so they got technology on their ship, these grays that can read your light code. It can dematerialize you and then beam you, do what they call beam you up above their ship, and then rematerialize you. But and then rematerializing their technology to can alter your body type or whatever into whatever they want, because it's dealing with light. And they can give you that new type of body in order to go to the fifth dimension. This what some of it they teach it about in the Bible, where they say they're gonna get a new body when they go to heaven. They talking about a light body, or they talking about another type of body that's the body right before you get to light. Because really, your body is a light body. It's part of it. You know what I'm saying? But the extraterrestrials, they don't come to the hood because you're not in charge. What can you offer them? When they you're not in charge, really, it's because you're not in charge of the military. That's the only thing, because they developed technology to try to shoot these guys down. It's called a direct energy weapon, as a laser. Right? Let's type that in. All right, so they got the direct energy weapons. They got these on satellites. They got these on drones, and on they got these on the fleets that go at the center of the earth. They go at that hole at the North Pole and the South Pole. They got a fleet that go at the North Pole and a fleet that go at the South Pole. And some extraterrestrials fly in there and they don't notice it, and they end up getting shot down, and they get their ship collected. They probably got over 50 or 60 ships, off-world ships, at these different underground locations trying to figure out the technology from different species that was coming into Earth, because Earth is like an intake in the center of the Earth is like an intake for this solar system. So you come here first, you get your passport, and then you can go probably to Jupiter, refuel, or you can refuel here. We got fuel here too, but we don't got as much as Jupiter. So they can go to Jupiter, refuel, and get ready to take off to get some whatever they need, supplies on the other planets like Venus. Get supplies. They can get supplies here too, which is minerals and wealth. Minerals are real wealth. Minerals are real wealth. Keep that in your mind. It is what causing a mass fire world. The mass fire is being done by a group of beings called the Hellfire Council. And what they're doing is they really messing up with the trees, and they making the animals go inland because they gonna have to go inland. And a lot of like that's what I was explaining to the people on the Native American tape. I can't remember which one it was, but I was telling them that where did all those buffalo go? We had millions of buffalo over here before we got encountered by a certain group of beings. Where did those buffalo go? I tell you where they went. They started taking those buffaloes underground because the frugaloids are eating them. They eating our buffalo, the Native American buffalo. So you rarely see buffaloes came extinct. Why? Because they eating them. Dodo birds came extinct. Why? Because you eating them. And a dodo bird turned into a chicken. We didn't eat birds though as natives. We didn't eat birds, period. We ate buffalo. And we ate maybe like rabbit, different things of that nature. But I heard some natives say it wasn't even no rabbits over here. It wasn't no rabbits or squirrels. It was squirrels, rabbits, or rats. We didn't have rats over here. They said the rats came when the people started coming from England. The rats came. And then those rats crawling a tree became known as a squirrel. So yeah, they were saying all this, right? Say what beings are working with the military zap people in the hood. To zap people in the hood, it's the beings who are against us are the market beings. And the reason why they're against us is because the other big brother chose to join on and work and stay loyal to the Anunnakis, and his name is Krill. His name is Krill. He with the Ramadians, right? They are Martians though. They are Martians because they was created in a laboratory on Mars before the Atomum Project. Before the Atomum Project, we was working on the Gray Project, and where we created these beings to go and be excavators because they didn't breathe. They didn't have to breathe the different gases that like we was breathing. They so they could go into these different areas and look for planets. We was doing this because we were trying to expand our family across the galaxy, and we did. We did until we started. We was expanding our family across the galaxy until we discovered how to get back to the dot. Once we discovered how to get back to the dot, that's when we ascended. The Riskians, we ascended and went up to the 9th dimension. And the reptilians want in. They want to get up there. That's what this is all about. It's a war with us for us to tell them how we got back to the dot. Yeah, no chicken. We didn't eat chicken at all over here as Native Americans. We only ate buffalo. And we ate most of our meat diet was buffalo. Like at least 80% of the meat diet was buffalo over here. And we ate vegetables. We drank a lot of water, right? That was our diet over here as far as the meat. Yeah, ants, things of that nature. And that's more like coming from ancient Kemet too. The black ants. Get you an herb called the black ants. My wife bought this for me right here. This right here is for my guys. For my guys, it's on. You want to build, but this right here increase your testosterone. This increase your testosterone, make you more, black ant. That's what it's called. Yeah, see, I had some of this right here, herb. My wife got it for me because my wife, she like a herbalist. Like she studied different herbs and make her own little mixes, like face creams and hair products. And I was trying to get her to start selling some of the stuff. She did do it for a while, and that stuff was going. Everybody was looking for their hair grow oil. She had some guys. She makes some hair grow oil that'll make if you got a bald spot, she'll put that shit on that spot, man. In about a couple weeks, by 2 weeks, you'll have your hair back right there. And she about to put like about 10 different things in it, but it worked though. Cause all my mama put hair grow back. Like the people that hair was coming out, they put some of that all in their head and it grew back. So when I set up the website, we're gonna try to get her to start selling some of the oils and some of the creams and stuff that she used. But black ant, yeah, so we eat ants. These black ants give you that charge. Hey, look, I'm just telling you, man. Hey, look, it's like I can't talk nasty on here, but this joint right here, like if you using that Viagra and you older guy, don't use the Viagra, order you some of this black ant. I guarantee you. You'll be like a cake stand on a Harley Davidson. You'll be like a cake stand on a Harley Davidson, man. I'm telling you. So like you see, they got different websites that sell it, Amazon or whatever, you want to get on Amazon and get you that black ant, bro. Or women, order your man the black ant. Order your man the black ant, women. Put them in the game. So they won't be no 3-minute man, no 1-minute man. This right here boost you up to a 15, 20-minute man. Might do you a whole 2 all night. All night if you take the whole bunch, if you take enough of it. You'll be up all night with it. What else were we gonna say? Yeah, so they're using the direct energy weapons to shoot these guys down. So they got power. So so in order for the extraterrestrials to come here, just like it was back in the day when Anu had to make a treaty with the Dragonians who was here with Enki's mother. So they, in order to make the extraterrestrials are coming here to make treaties with the people that's in control of the planet. The Nubians not in control of the planet, over at least over in America. They may be making deals with Africans. And I heard it's a lot of shit going on in like UFO shit going on in Africa. And you know that dude Credo Mutwa, he already pointed out a lot of the Africans. See, we was already in contact. The Africans was already in contact with extraterrestrials because we was in contact with the Nomos. The Nomos came down and taught what they call in Christianity today. The original, it was dealing about the teaching of the stars. The teaching of the stars. Oh, let me show you this. I think I already pointed this out on the Nomos tape. Let me show you this. We're still talking about aliens landing in the hood. We just covered, we're going back and forth on. Let's see if they give us something on this. Yeah, here go one of the things. All right, so the Nomos taught them that the three stars in Orion's belt line up with this star, the Sirius star, and it's like this when the winter solstice started. So the Nomos was actually giving them the knowledge of God, and that's why Inky and them got mad. The Nomos was part of the people that were teaching the humans, including Osiris coming to do it, Tahuti coming back and do it, because it's dealing with that same bloodline of Inky. Inky was trying to teach the people. Inky's side was trying to teach the people, and Enlil's side wanted to keep them dumb so that they can, still be their God and work and have them worship them, right? So the Nomos taught these people, the Dogons, who were ancient Egyptians, they taught them about these stars, and then they took that and ran when it got passed down over so many generations. And really, it stayed the same in ancient Kemet. We just turned it into people like Haru and different other people in order to teach the kids. It was a children's science that had came down from the Nomos teaching them. And so when the Greeks came in, actually it wasn't the Greeks. It actually was a certain group of Africans that came in and took it and ran with it and created a religion out of it, like the Ethiopians. And then then I believe Constantine, I'm gonna tell you, man, because remember I showed you earlier, if you're on the other class, that the Chinese is black, right? Dark skin. Man, I believe that Constantine them were dark skinned niggas. Because I'm gonna do a tape that's gonna be coming out soon on dealing with them books that I was showing you, like the Negroes and the British Isles and the Black Celts book. The people that was in Rome were called the Bantu people. That was Africans. They've been in Rome. They've been in Rome for thousands of years, and in Germany during World War III when they was doing that bombing. I mean, it was World War One or Two, right? During the Hitler time, I think it was World War Two or World War One, right? When Hitler was bombing, when Germany was getting bombed, they were bombing Bantu people. And it's on record right now. They moved those people out of Germany down to South Africa, Southwest Africa, and then they try to pay them like trillions of dollars for what happened to their people, and these people turned it down. And so why are they trying to pay them money? Because they did a genocide on their people in Germany, the Bantu people, and in Rome. So I have reason to believe Constantine was a nigga, man. The way they lying. I'm gonna do a tape called They Made Everybody White. You know what I'm saying? The Germans were black, man. The original Germans were the Bantu people from Africa. I'm telling you, man, they migrated to that area. I'm telling you. So aliens, we're going back, we don't want to get sidetracked, but the aliens, black Nubians were Africans was in contact with extraterrestrial through the Nomos beings coming here. So we've been in contact with extraterrestrials for the longest. But when we lost our power, and then when the United States came, the United States is like the leading representative for the world because everybody based their ideas and their value of off their dollar and off their ideas in America. Everybody's wearing a suit and tie. They got away from their traditional dress where they wore Chinese outfits or where they wore the African dashikis over here in Africa. Now niggas wearing suit and ties, which is really the Moors started that, really. You know what I'm saying? The Moors started that. Everything came from us anyway, so you know, shit get crazy when you start going down the rabbit hole, you know. But this story turned into Christianity from the aliens teaching humans, teaching Dogon people who were ancient Egyptians about the stars. That turned into Jesus being born on Christmas and he rising from the dead in Easter. All this was teaching us, the Nomos was teaching these people how to grow. Because remember, I told you, these gods didn't want them to learn how to grow. That's why they just put them in the garden. There was already, they didn't want them to do nothing. They just told them, don't eat off that tree, right? They didn't want them to do nothing but sit in their garden and just depend on him. Enlil want them to depend on him. But these people came, when the Nomos came, the reptilians, who they said walked upright and came in the garden, when they came, they taught the people how to grow the food and what time to plant it. They say when you see these stars right here line up, this means that it's winter solstice. And then when you see the sun on during Easter time, during the time of March, I think, this is they say you start planting right around the time of a little bit after winter solstice for the spring crops. So it was about how they was teaching them how to plant and fish, teaching them how to plant and fish, and then Enlil and them got mad about it. That's what it was. The Nomos came to teach them how to plant and fish. They were teaching them about the stars, and when this star lined up, this is this time for this is winter season. When this lines up, this is spring. They were teaching them about the seasons and all that, how to grow, how to fish, what time to go and fish. So they said that this reptilian was the devil. The Nomos people were the devil because they taught humans the truth about how to fish and how to plant and how to do this, so they wouldn't need God no more. But the Nomos were tricky. Like I said, they came down here to help humans get broke off from the Draconian teachings, get broke off from the Draconian overlords. And then they turned against because they tricky. The Nomos, they Neutrozoid beings. They Neutrozoid beings. So aliens used to land and talk and communicate with Nubians when we was in control of the planet. When we was in control of the planet, they landed and kicked it with us. We even made landing pads for them. We even did smoke signals. See, the Native Americans did smoke signals. You think that smoke signals were for like signals and shit? Nah, it was signals, but it was signals to signal extraterrestrial. Just like they was the Anunnakis were telling Abraham to burn a carcass. Burn a carcass is just like burning a tire. You know, a tire, when you burn a tire, it create that real dark black smoke. So they can know where to land at. They can know where Abraham was. So he had to burn his carcass on the altar so that the extraterrestrials can see the smoke coming up, and then they can land where his area is, where his camp is. That's what that was. And so that's what them fires is about. Oh yeah, so we in the game, man. Hey, we got that last name tape gonna be coming out next week. We're gonna be so if you dropped your name in the chat on the last name tapes, if you didn't hear your name on the tape, go back on those last name tapes, leave a comment with your last name on there. So that we can write the last name down so we can cover it on the part 3 and part 4. Man, but I might do a part 2 to this why aliens don't land in the hood. They land on Air Force bases and make deals with the government because they in charge. When we get back in charge, they gonna be communicating with us. Some of them are communicating with us. I'm in contact. I'm a contactee. Baba was a contactee. All these different beings that's being sent to you. I'm in the same line. I'm from the same line of the Order of Melchizedek. We part of the Order of Melchizedek. We are the extraterrestrials. And we come in here to teach you and raise your vibration and raise your consciousness, your subconsciousness, and raise your energy and raise your brain capacity to a higher percentage than 10%, so that you won't be a food source no more. So you won't be primitive. We are not primitive beings. We had the genes. We got the genes to the alien genes, the supreme genes, to be the greatest greatest in the universe. We're the greatest in the universe. We just got to remember it. Remember means to read, means to do again. Remember means to become part of a group. We got to become a part of those Elohim again. When we knew good from bad, when we knew this information, we knew this knowledge, right? So it's a lot of Caucasians is in contact with extraterrestrial. Why? Because they ain't control of the planet, and then some of them are helping their people, because they keep in mind the Ashtar Command people is here on the ground, posing as models. The Adder Barons are here, right? Working their magic. So different groups are here, and they people, the wicked, these people that's really against us, is communicating with them to keep them in charge. How you think David D. Rockefeller found out about oil? Rockefeller found out about oil. He got him, the extraterrestrials told him, so that he can gain the type of monetary power that he had. The extraterrestrials, these reptilians, told him about the gold, because they tell you it's. I had a tape out on my page, but I had to take it down. This dude telling you about what they do. He said when he gave his when he went to this meeting, he gave his soul to the devil, and then the devil came to him and told him about the horse races and what horses to bet on. So these extraterrestrial beings, who are fourth dimensional beings, who know the mental reservoir, go back and watch Man in Black part I think it's part 3 or part 2, where they go to that, where they with this one extraterrestrial being at the stadium, and he watching a game that's 6 months, they're gonna be played 6 months later. He watching a game in his head in the fourth dimension that's gonna be played 6 months later, because it's beings that can do that. It's beings that can look through the future. And so these beings, these fourth dimensional reptilians, they can do this, and then so they'll tell, and they can impersonate people. They good these reptilians, they good impersonators. So they can impersonate your mom, anybody voice they can pick up out of your own brain. If it's the sound of their voice is recorded in your brain, they can tap into your brain frequency, and they can sound and look just like your whoever the loved one is you lost. But but David D. Rockefeller got told by these reptilians, they overlords, because they were Adder Barons. They got told by their overlords on certain things to become wealthy, like the oil. They in on the combustion engine and all that. See, look, this right here, the Nomos taught them on 22nd, 23rd, 24th that this son, that's why they got a sun disk behind Jesus' head, that he gonna go on the cross. December 25th, he born again. See, this all that the Nomos teachings, and that's why the Pope wear a fish hat, and then it's connected with Enlil. I mean, not Enlil. Yeah, it's connected with Enlil, but it's connected also with Alelu, which is Anu's brother, who was in on a deal on using the human for slaves and food source. Enlil was on it for using them for slaves, so his people didn't have to work in the mines, and Alelu was in on it because he had made a deal with the reptilians to sell the Sands people, because when they bit down and see they was eating these Adder Barons, they didn't have an adrenaline gland. That's one reason that make you a super nigger, a super to a lot of different people or other species, is because your adrenaline gland is stronger. So these when these reptilians bit down into these Sands people, they had that adrenaline rush. Or the Nubians, they had this adrenaline rush, and he said, "I gotta have," and they was eating the children, and the children, they got a higher adrenaline gland because they get scared fast. They get scare a kid, and that adrenaline clone will go into their blood. So when reptilians bit down into them, it's like they hit a line of coke or something, and they said we gotta have 144,000 of these children, and that was the deal. That's why they promote that shit. I'm telling you, that was the deal.
We got to have 144 of these children so we can make a whole bunch of snack lunches for our people. We can make some bologna. We can make some hamburgers, and we can cook them up. Yeah, but them Fugaloids been and stole our buffalo and took them all on the ground. They eating them, man. I'm telling you. That's why that Fred Flintstone, they rocking the buffalo hat in the secret lodge, in the blue lodge. It's all part of it. So we've been, so Nubians, and like I say, some Africans might, since they Africans running their country, and they might not even, really the British is in control of a lot of that stuff, the Queen and the Roman Catholic Church, they changed their ways and went to this new way, right? They broke their ways. And they showed you that these people couldn't fuck with when they went over there to Somalia and doing that go watch that movie Black Hawk Down. When they went over to Somalia, they sent their top guys, the Navy SEALs, the Delta Force, top trained guys over there, and they got their ass handed to them by a bunch of Somalis. Why? Because the whole city stuck together. The whole city, the kids, everybody stuck together, right? And they couldn't get, they barely made it out there with their shoestrings and their drawers on. By the time them some Samaritan brothers got through with them, they barely made it out of there with their drawers on. The top of the line soldiers. So what they tell you, all that shit, and the dude said it in that movie. He said all that shit, that training and all that shit, don't mean nothing when a bullet fly by your head. It don't mean nothing when a bullet flying by your head. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. That's the real shit that dude said in that movie. He said all that shit goes out the window when a bullet flies by your head, grazed by your ear. You know? But we about to get ready to be out of here, man. We just wanted to touch on that topic. Why aliens don't land in the hood. I think he gave you a pretty good synopsis, right? So we hoping that we'll be back on. We're gonna probably be off tomorrow. We'll be back on Sunday night, hitting you. Probably gonna hit you twice on Sunday, and then on Monday we're gonna try to hit you 3 times. We got a lot of topics to cover, so we're gonna be lit. We're gonna be hyped. We're gonna be on fire. So we appreciate you, Young Gather Gang, for coming out to kick it with us tonight. If you want to show some love, we're gonna put the Cash App in the links. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, share our shit on your Facebook, share it 100 times on your Facebook, on your TikTok, on your Instagram. Tell them to come check out the dude, the Young Elder, man. We going live. We in the building. We putting in this work for you. We making it happen. We keeping you busy, right? We entertaining you. We entertaining you. We ain't entertaining you. We already entertain you. We gonna entertain you now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so get you so you can have that out of body experience. But we out to build it, man. We'll be back at you tomorrow. We might be back, like I said, I might take tomorrow off, but I might, if I'm feeling lucky, I might come back on tomorrow and drop a class so we can stay busy, keeping our mind going to the next level. If you hadn't checked out those other tapes we already put out, be sure to go check out those other tapes. We put out 12 tapes this week. So if you hadn't checked out all 12 tapes, go back and check them joints out. Some hot joints. We dropped some classics this week. Go back and check out that Where's the Tribe of Shabazz. It's going to come up later. It's going to be very important. It's going to come up later. Go back and check that out. Go back and check out the Blood Type tape if you didn't check out the Blood Type tape. Go back and check out the Native American the Color tapes. All this shit is about to come together and tie in, and it's gonna look beautiful when you get through with it, when you paint the pictures. So we out. Hey, shout out to Brother Eric Muhammad, man. We out, man. Peace and love, Islam, Hotel, harmony. I show divine love throughout the violence universe to all.